Um, Thank you, Lindsay. As a quick reminder, guys, Max Center, remax.net, make sure you guys go on there and see what's coming with Remax. All right. They're going to be bringing a lot of things to the table. As some of you are aware, I just got back from Maui for a broker owner conference last week. I actually took some pictures and when I wasn't supposed to because I'm like, come on, let me just show my people a little bit. There are a lot of things coming up, what they're doing. The leadership is incredible. Eric Carlson, the CEO of Remax. As you guys know, I was a little skeptical at first. I wasn't sure. He's not the best, the showman, but the man is a genius. I mean, he's very, very smart. Obviously, you guys know he came from Dish Network prior, and then he kind of moved on and kind of fixed a lot of other companies. With that being said, the leadership that's involved now with it's all basically luxury. Chris Lim came from Christie's International. They have another individual that's another vice president of sales or whatnot. He comes from Sotheby's International. So everything that they're shaping and they're going to be pushing is going to be luxury. I've been telling you guys to get on board with this for the last couple of years. We've sold 6, 7, $8 million listings. We need to kind of bring that back, bring the noise back to our market that we do luxury. And I'm going to show you some slides to actually show you that Remax actually has the most amount of luxury listings, believe it or not, in the nation. We're trying to build that up here. As you know, there's some local markets that do a lot better than we do, but that's all going to change. Give us some more time. All right. So just keep that in mind. So with that being said, Max Center, go to Max Center because Max Center will be reorganized. Design Center will be going away. They're going to be doing some amazing things when it comes down to the image of Remax. As you can tell, look, I'm doing that too with all the offices. I made a huge reinvestment with a lot of the signage. I'm buying into the brand. I hope you guys buy in it as well. A lot of the luxury people that do a lot of business in that area, that's the first thing they leverage. They bring up the international presence. We're in 120 different countries. I mean, most of our business that comes from either overseas or whatever the case may be, a lot of our competitors do not have that type of presence. So make sure you leverage that. And I know the message 10, 15 years ago was brand yourself, brand yourself. Okay, brand yourself. But if you don't have a brand, leverage the brand before you actually build one for yourself. So just think bigger, guys. I think we're thinking too small these days. We got to start expanding the brain and understand that a lot is possible. Having an abundant mindset, not a scarcity mindset that believes there's little deals out there and I'm not telling my secrets. No, if you tell me, I'm telling you right now, I will share it with the group because I believe team. I believe the team, the team, the team. And I know that everybody on this call is a team player. It's the people that are not on the call that I gotta really drill in the mind. But anyway, concierge, Max Tech Lead Concierge. Go to this. I promise you, it's going to pay dividends. It's a 30% referral fee, but these were Remax.com leads are going to come to you on it. If you don't opt in, you will not get the leads. So if you guys tell me, oh, well, Remax is not giving me leads, well, do your part. Get on Max Tech Lead Concierge. And I've heard sometimes the leads are crap or whatever the case may be, but we've closed 4 deals since the 3 month inception of it. And now they're going to get rid of a lot of the, if not all the rentals, and they're going to go a little bit more as price range. They're not going to let certain price range kind of seep in, if you will. So that's why I'm saying be an early adopter. Just grab it, do it now because they are watching. And the more you log in and the more you things you participate, the more leads you pretty much get. And it's a round robin. All right. Just let everybody understand. If it goes to this person, it'll go to the next person. And if you do not respond, they're going to move on. All right. So they want people to respond quickly. So just be cognizant of that. Any questions on that thus far? If you do have a question, put in your chat box. I'll bring you on or I'll just answer it for you. Okay. So that's the theme of this meeting, of course. All right. Enough with that stuff. Are we talking? Does everybody know Max Lead Concierge? Please tell me you know Max Tech Lead Concierge. Do you guys know about it? Yeah. I think I discussed it the last 3 meetings. But if you don't, just let me know. I'll actually walk you through it and actually do it. It's very simple. Very, very simple. All right. All right. Give me a second. Let me get organized here. Okay, here we go. So now we are going to be talking, as you know, we always start with the numbers. I'm going to fly through these numbers just so everybody's aware of what's going on in our marketplace. Monthly indicators, October 2025. Now, this is San Diego as a whole. Closed sales properties, all properties, zero point 0.5. As you can probably tell, it's almost the same exact production of last year. It's mirroring exactly what took place last year, which last year as a whole wasn't so great, but I think some great things are coming. We'll talk about that in a minute. Closed sales detached, 1321. Look at what it was last year this time, 1320. Overall, year to date, we're at 12,532 sides for a detached. Last year, this time we're at 584. I mean, it's almost exactly mirroring it. Attached is a little different. It's down a little bit, and I think we talked about that. Attached is becoming a little bit of an issue with HOAs and delayed, some deferred maintenance with them, insurance. We've talked about that. But it's a little down. So it's down 3.9. New listings as a whole, as you guys can tell, they're going down. Believe it or not, new listings are not coming to the market right now. Several reasons. I think the holidays are right around the corner. Nobody really wants to put their home on the market when they have Thanksgiving or people coming out of guest, and then they have Christmas coming up. So holidays are right around the corner. You're going to see a lot of homes being pulled off the market, which will deter the new listings. So be cognizant to that. All right, pending sales down 1.2, very similar than last year. And here's the graph. 2020 was here, pretty similar pre-COVID. Closed sales, exactly the same. I mean, it's crazy. Median sales price down a little bit. If you guys have noticed, I mean, prices are making adjustments. I mean, if you can see showings are not as abundant. Things are taking a little longer. You heard from one agent earlier saying it took, I don't know how many days to get an offer. Things are definitely slowing it down. Average sales price is still holding up. We're at 1.457. That's actually up 4.4%, which is interesting. I think November will show a little down. Volume closed pretty similar. Percentages of original list price. Look, down 3% of that. So you thinking a price comes in at 2 million, most likely you're going to get an offer around the 192, 195 range, 196, depending on that, the quality and the desirability. There's so many factors, right? Days on market, it's taking a little longer, guys. Look, 41 days. And for attached, a little longer, 45. So just show your clients this. It's not you, it's the market, right? They're going to blame you for everything. You might as well show them some numbers to back your story up. Affordability getting tough. Inventory of home sales. Right now, there's 3,083 detached and 2,238 attached. That's a little over the 5,000 properties for sale. That's pretty darn high, guys. Look at this. 2021, we're at like what? 1,400, last 1,200. So this number is actually good. You wanted more inventory. If you can see these bar graphs, it's increased. So we have more inventory than what we had last year and the year before. So just be aware of that. Months of supply. If no listings came to the market right now, we would run out of inventory for detached in 2.5 months and 3.3 months for attached. So keep that aware. Total market overview, just as a summary, we're pretty on track with basically closed sales down 1.7 percentage. So if you're having a little bit of a down here, there's no excuse, of course, but there's reason behind that. There's a lot of people, consumer confidence is a little bit low, interest rates are a bit high, all kinds of things are taking place in our market. The adjustments are being made. I think they're going to scramble around and figure out how are we going to pump more numbers. So that will definitely come. All right. I'm going to stop my screen for a second. I do want to hear from you. Okay. I want this to be an interactive meeting. Don't state the obvious, but if you have something to share in certain areas, or there's something that you want to look at for the charts that maybe don't tell the story, please share your thoughts. And okay, Libby, go ahead and unmute yourself. I'll hear from you first since I saw your hand go up. So unmute yourself first.
Sorry.
That's okay. Go for it.
I think it was interesting that in a year the home sale prices have gone up,
Yeah.
but in October, and I think it was last month too, the pricing has gone down. So It's tough to explain that to your clients, I think, because they see these high numbers
Yeah.
and they say, why am I not getting that? You know?
Does anybody have an answer for that or a different conclusion? Because I don't want to just be my thoughts. Jeff Hans, go for it.
I just had a similar situation, just to let you know, with the Lowland listing that I have. And one of the things that I think is really important these days is to really check the history of the property. Because what I did was I made a chart of the prices that people are actually seeing in the MLS, and they're not seeing that it's been listed for 6 months because they're only looking at the most recent listing and seeing where the price is. So what I did for the comps in the area was just say, hey, by the way, although this looks like this, it's not. And we as realtors know what that looks like because we can see if something's been listed for 45 days or if something's been listed for 145 days. But actually, both your seller and your buyer aren't that savvy. So the idea is to also educate your seller by saying, "Hey, look, that's what these prices look like, but they're not that." So keep that in mind because that got me a price reduction and an immediate escrow out of the property that I had because they were like, wait, these other properties are selling for this. Well, guess what? So, anyway, it's incumbent upon us to really be involved with the information that's out there and really show them what the market truly is telling us. That's it.
Jeff, just to compliment what you said, look, there's a lot of realtors that just price it. I don't know where they pull that price up. Maybe they're actually just talking to the seller. Seller wants 2 million. Okay, here we go. We're going in for 2 million. Well, here's the problem. The problem is there's a lot of sales that took place. And when you're looking at old history of listings and what basically took place in that neighborhood, and there's an adjustment, well, you can't go off comps. You almost have to make the price adjustments from the comps. Therefore, the prices will hold itself up. So thank you, Libby. Thank you, Jeff. Anybody else have a comment, question, concern? What do we got? A quiet group today? What's going on here? All right, we're good. We can move on. Come on, I'll start picking on you guys. You know I will. Wow, everybody's on mute and they're just kind of like looking around like who's next? Val
Hey,
Frank.
Mike,
Okay,
this is
go
Azim.
Azim. Azim, go for it.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I have to explain the situation that Lynn is recently in. They made an offer on a home of $2.6 million, and appraisal came in $300,000 short. And since the buyer is really anxious to get that house, now, and the buyer is very tough negotiator, the buyer will agree to come down 100,000, but not more, even though appraisal is $300,000 short. Now the buyer agreed to come up $200,000.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so I'm saying it's really depend from the location to location.
Absolutely.
You know, this property is in Carlsbad,
Yeah.
and it was priced at 2.6 million, which was overpriced compared to anything in that area. But again, you know, depend on the buyers, depend on the seller. Each scenario is different.
Okay. Thank you for explaining
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
If we don't hear from anybody else, I actually want to start the Cahoots game because energy's low today, guys. I gotta say, I want the energy a little higher. Maybe making some money can make you some, bring your juices flowing. Go ahead, Lindsay. You want to take it away?
Sure, yes. So I did send the link in the chat box a couple times. We only have 4 players right now, so
Oh,
if
we're gonna wait for
anyone,
that.
if you
I
guys
need
could
at
please
least 15.
register,
There we go.
so we can get
Good.
it started.
Let's go. Get it started. Let's go. So explain to them. Do they just grab their phone, scan the
Yeah, so what you
code?
can do on your phone is just scan the QR code you see on your screen. That's the easiest way to do it. Or if you're on your
Desktop.
tablet or yeah, desktop computer, you can go to kahoot.it and enter the game pin there. But yeah, I will tell you that if you do it on your computer, you must keep it open or else once you register, then it like drops you off. So you have to
Just
keep
grab
it
your
open.
phones, guys. It's easy. Grab your phones and just boom, boom,
And you
boom.
can win easy cash.
Easy cash,
The
guys.
questions,
Come on, everybody.
the questions have to do with the previous month's classes. So if you attended those, then you have a really good chance of winning some money.
How many
And
questions do we have today?
so today we have 9 questions.
Perfect.
If you win first, you get $100. Second place is $75, and third place is $50.
So I'm seeing a lot of people in, out, in, out. Is it because they're on their desktop and they're not
Yeah,
needing?
well, they're not keeping the game open.
Okay,
So
leave the game open. So this is why you need to use your phone, because therefore you can leave the desktop on and then,
Mhm.
your phone will just stay on, right? Okay, let's go ahead and start because
Restart.
we're not going to wait all day for this. All right,
Okay. All right. We're almost at 15.
that's
All
not
right.
bad.
Last chance.
Last chance.
All right. We're going to start.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. The first question is, what type of platform is Bold Trail? Is it a video editing tool, a social media scheduler, a real estate marketing and CRM platform, or a contract management software?
If you get this wrong, the only excuse is you're new to the company. That's all you have.
And everyone got it right.
All
It's a
right.
real estate marketing and CRM platform.
That's awesome. Let's move on.
And
There goes
Xander's in the
Xander.
lead. Libby close behind.
Let's go, Libby.
When is the correct time to get a BMI completed, buyer material issues? Is it when writing the offer or immediately after the offer is accepted? After the inspection, so the buyer can document any concerns found? When creating a repair request, so the buyer's agent understands the concerns, or prior to the close of escrow?
Ooh.
Everyone better get this right.
Get your
I know.
answers in. I know Walt's gonna be mad.
I'm nervous.
I see some concerned
Ooh.
faces on the screen. This is
The
scary.
correct answer is
Uh-oh.
when writing the offer or immediately after the offer is accepted.
Let's take a screenshot of that and just
At
send
least
it
no
to
one,
people
at least
that
no one
are
said
wrong.
prior to close of escrow.
All right.
Yeah.
At least they didn't say that.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Who's
All right.
Felix?
Yeah, Irvine office. Go for it.
Oh, nice.
I know I got it.
Why must a seller sign the Remax Connections Remax Premier agent purchase of a Remax Connections Remax Premier listing form? To confirm that the purchasing agent obtained permission from management, to document the final financial risks to the purchasing agent, to document the potential for the purchasing agent to make a large profit, to advise the seller of risks when an agent purchases the property. Took a minute for people to start answering.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Look, we're making some risk management questions because, as you guys can tell, I mean, we're in a litigious state and it's nonstop right now. Walt is just like calling me every other day. Hey, man, how do you want to handle this?
So the answer was to document the potential for the purchasing agent to make a large profit. Part of the form is documenting how much they can make on the listing when they sell it.
All right.
Should we
Yeah,
do one
you want
more?
to maximize that profit potential to minimize the complaint that the agent took advantage of them without them knowing it, them being the seller.
Right.
Love it.
Val has taken the lead.
Al is on fire.
Do we want to do another one or do you want
Yes,
to?
let's do another one.
Okay. In his investment club meeting, what does Mickey mean when he refers to mailbox money?
Ooh.
Referral fees that are paid by other agents once referred deals are closed, commission checks that get mailed to his office after transactions closed, passive income requiring minimal active effort to earn, or a slang term for tax refund checks or commission advances arriving by mail.
It's not a referral fee.
That is correct.
All
Passive
right.
income requiring minimal active effort to earn.
Mailbox money.
Mailbox money.
I love it. Okay. That was really good. Who is
All
Val?
right.
Oh,
Val's
look,
still in the
Val.
lead. He's got a good lead there too.
Nini's coming up though. I see it. Look at 20.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Nora right behind that. Awesome. So I'm going to jump right back into my little presentation, if that's okay with you guys. Like I said, there's a lot to cover, and I just want to share some of the things that I actually took notes of when I was on my broker owner convention last week. Okay. So this is what they're concentrating on: the progress, people, process, technology. Those are the three things, main things that they're really going to focus on. As you guys know, I already spilled the beans with luxury. They are going to push luxury like there is no tomorrow. All right. They want, here's kind of some little, I don't know, some bullet points. Build best in class teams. They're going to work on that. They're going to work on customer focus, modernize the brand, technology enhancements, marketing services. So they're going to do marketing as a service. Pay attention to that because it's already kind of rolled out, but I'm not pushing it because it's early and there's all kinds of things that they got to work out the kinks with. But pretty much once you have a listing, they can boost it. They'll show it. They'll do retargeting. They're going to put it on all kinds of, I think, Wall Street Journal stuff. I mean, they're going to do some amazing stuff. Okay, guys, just pay attention to marketing as a service when I say so. Right now, pump the brakes because I'm not a true believer at this point because it's new. It's got a lot of things going on. They're going to try some new fee model options, which is awesome because a lot of people are retiring and they don't want you guys to pay fees and dues. And they're going to work on some things. They've heard me yelling at them for the last 7 years, amongst other brokers, like, hey, guys, I can't kick my people out. Like, they're like, what's going on here? I don't want to endure the pain. Help me, help them type of thing. So with that being said, there's going to be some model options there. AI adoption. They're going big on AI. It's called Max AI, and I don't want to speak too much of it. I got some behind the scenes stuff on that while I was on that broker owner convention. It's incredible, and I'm super, super, super fired up about that. Data and insight focus, great, boring, but whatever. Utilize our group by buying. Okay, so there's 140,000 REMAX agents worldwide. We are going to have some major, major, major buying power. With that being said, they're going to try to reduce cost for you. If you wanted this or that, they're going to bring down the cost. So it's going to be like a Costco approach. So therefore you can save money because they definitely see the value in that. REMAX Media Network and M&As, they're going to be doing a lot of mergers and acquisitions, which means that they're going to start buying and things and all kinds of stuff to just expand our market awareness and whatnot. So that's one of the things. So here's a couple questions. They're not on Kahoot questions, but this is some of the things that they brought to our attention. How many $5 million listings above do we have in North America? Go ahead and put it in your little chat box. I want to see who gets a little close on these things. How much do you think? How many $5 million or above listings do we have in North America? Here's the answer. 590, guys. In this kind of tight market, we have most than any other company, more than any other brand. We have more 5 million plus than anywhere else in North America. How many $1 million listings do we have in North America? 1 million or more, right? Put it in your chat box, but 1 million, this is what I think it is. Hopefully this answer shocks you. 17,560 listings are north of America, north of 1 million. So to me, we're luxury, guys. Stop the noise. We're luxury, and you know it. Unfortunately, people kind of hyper local focus on certain things because their brains are pretty small. I think globally, hopefully you guys think at least nationally, and you think a little bit more outside the box than just Rancho Bernardo or Fallbrook or anything else. And I think that's the problem with we need to get the message out to the world that no, we are the luxury people, and we have the best brand, and we are all about 1, 2, 3, and you should give us the listing because we can do more for that listing than any other company. So I want you guys to think of that. So speaking of that, kind of segues to something a little different. This is not a negative thing. I think, to me, I see the silver lining in this. The National Association of Realtors is now anticipating that approximately 240,000 members will walk away over the next year. They will walk away within a year. You've already saw it. I mean, I can bring Jeff on and put him on the spot and ask him, hey, what does SDAR membership look like 4 years ago? I will guarantee you, if I ask him, what does it look like today? It's much lower. Okay. We won't put him on the spot, but all the people that are in boards and we have Women's Council president, we have, all these different people that are in higher positions. They see these numbers. They know these numbers. A lot of people will be exiting this business. Don't be one of them. And the way you actually avoid that is always be learning. Run a business by design. Stop waking up in the morning waiting for your phone to ring. We got to start doing some of these things, these actionable items that will actually move the needle. So I'm sorry if I keep screaming at you for the last 7 years. Whoever's been with me, the message has been the same. I want you to run a business by design. If you haven't met with me, most of you have, but I will absolutely show you and walk you through the whole process of how you run a business by design The reason why a lot of people don't book me the second or third, fourth time is because I'm gonna hold you accountable. Did you do the things that you say you're gonna do? So let's hold each other accountable. Let's start to kind of work as a team here. And I promise you guys, together we are better. All right, I did a lot of talking. So who wants to comment? Who wants to throw tomatoes at me? I mean, where are we at with things? Are we okay with the presentation of what things I'm bringing to the table and showing you what Remax is doing? Does anybody have anything to say about anything? Jeff Hans, I'm going to unmute you. Yeah, good. Go for it. What are you?
You know me. I apologize. Too much of a mouth. But anyway, my thought about it is the idea of the luxury thought process, sometimes people get the impression, oh my gosh, they're going to concentrate on luxury. Can't look at it that way. Really what we need to do is everybody looked at us as the Sears and Roebuck of real estate, nuts, meat and potatoes people, and they don't know enough about luxury. And, in all essence, we now have the logo. The updated balloon is huge. Some people don't like the balloon, some people do, but actually it's pretty darn awesome the way it looks now. Same thing with taking out the slash, moving everything together. We are updating and they are updating us. So the concept behind it is got to update your brain. And the idea being with all of the properties that we have out here, it's hard to find something under $1 million. And so that being said, when you start talking about million, like it's the same thing as 500,000, really, truly for us, we are in the luxury business. So it is really a good thing. So again, it's a mindset thing. Hey, I'm changing my mindset. I updated everything to the new stuff. I got new business cards. I got new signs. I get everything. So I'm jumping out into 2026, looking at the whole luxury and really excited about the marketing stuff that is coming. So there's a number of people in this office that have always been luxury. So I'm gonna move myself up to be one of them because I got the look.
There are. And you know what? A lot of you guys attended the luxury event. A lot of people have, the elite retreat, the people that have made the benchmarks of a $500,000 or more. Look, you don't have to be a $500,000 or more to do luxury. You really don't. Let me tell you why. Because at the end of the day, all you got to do is put it in your mind and do the things that you know you need to do. If you have an opportunity to do an open house for somebody that has a luxury listing, that is your opportunity to penetrate that area. Okay. So if you get somebody that has a $5 million, $10 million listing, right? You're like, hey, please let me do an open house for you. That is your opportunity to get in there, start door knocking, start putting whatever it is, farming that area, helping that agent sell that property. In the same token, you're letting everybody in the area know that you're available. That's all it is. Conversations. Okay. I'm gonna keep it very simple for you guys. Conversations lead to opportunities. Opportunities translate to income. So have more conversations. That's all it is. This business is about having more conversations. Some people phone call, some people door knock, some people do open houses. It doesn't matter what you do. We'll talk about what your strategy is and what you're comfortable doing it. I can't help myself. I'm going to actually take you out of your comfort zone and I'm going to get you to do one or two other things to actually improve your business. So that's that. Anybody else before we move on? Nope. Okay, cool. Well, look, we're getting somewhere here. Matt Morano, if you don't mind, Moreno, do you mind unmuting yourself? There's a big thing about the 50-year mortgage. It's been a proposal, blah, blah, blah. Things are some people are like, yeah, that's the best thing since sliced bread. Some people are like, oh my God, that's pump the brakes. That's terrible. What are your thoughts, Matt, if you're still on?
Yeah, no, like you said, definitely is going to be a little bit of a mixed bag. I mean, personally, I'm leaning more towards it not being, the greatest necessary option.
Mhm.
But that's the whole point is it's just an option. Like you said, I did kind of do some reflection on it and, look at other perspectives because my initial thought, like most, was, the amount of interest you're going to pay on a 50-year mortgage. Why
Right.
would anyone want to do that? Financially doesn't make, a ton of sense, but when you start looking at it from kind of the wider angle of, I think the whole point of what this is to do, which is to, get more inclusive and get more home buyers in the home buying process.
Yep.
And like I said, this gets a little bit of a wider net for those who don't qualify. And as you see in this example, I mean, there's a difference of $300 on a monthly payment. And again, this is a stepping stone for someone to get in. It's not I would say, a long-term solution because again, you don't want to pay, as you can see, the amount of interest over 50 years because it will, double essentially what you're normally going to make on a 30 year. But it gives someone the opportunity to start getting into equity sharing, own a home. If their value goes up, they can refinance or sell that property, and make some money, and just opens up more people to kind of qualify with a lower payment.
I love that you said
But
that, man. If I could stop you for just a
yeah,
quick second, because I could see the pros over here and the cons, right? Pros are lower monthly payment, opportunity to be a homeowner, gain equity. Some of the cons, obviously, longer loan term, pay more interest, and they may get stuck, right? So
mhm.
let's talk about that for just a quick second. If I were just run a scenario really quick. So if I'm a buyer and I came to see you, we're talking about our different options, and I could barely kind of afford maybe this payment of 3,300, which we know that's probably going to look like 13,000 in our market, but whatever.
Mhm.
Is there a loan limit to this, like this 50-year term, or did they have any parameters? I know it's kind of new, so I wasn't sure that if you knew much about it, but can you tell me a little bit more about some of the parameters?
Yeah, so right now, honestly, a lot of it's going to be just speculation.
Okay.
So it hasn't been adopted by anyone. This was just something that, the Trump administration rolled out that they want to be picked up by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So as of right now, there are no 50-year loan options. Now, we do have 40-year loan options. So there are 40-year loans out there, 40-year interest only. They've always kind of been there. My assumption would be like most, the longer the term, even with the 40-year loan right now, those
Higher
rates
interest
tend
rate.
to be a little bit higher.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So it's going to be something to offset that risk. And that's where I say you might get stuck because I did, when I got into the mortgages 10 years ago, I was helping a lot of people get out of loan modifications that they did from '08.
Yep.
And when we were refinancing those, they'd ask, hey, why is my payment going down? Or why is my payment going up even though my rate's going down? And unfortunately, you modified your loan to a 40-year loan
Mhm.
and you're going to do a 30-year loan. And so even though I'm dropping your rate by 1%, your payment's going to go up $100 a month because we're shaving off essentially 7, 8 years. And so that was something that I think this is why I say you might get stuck.
I
But
see.
otherwise, again, it's just an option. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition and becomes something. Otherwise, truthfully, especially in our given market, knowing that we're seeing rates come down in the next year to 2 years, this is a great opportunity to let them do a 2-1 buy down. The 2-1
Okay.
buy down gets you almost the exact same savings. It's cheaper,
I was wondering
grand
why
versus
wouldn't
all
they
that
do a
interest.
buy down instead of doing a 50-year mortgage? Because look, the whole point of this is to get you into the home, right? With hopes, let's just kind of call it like we see it, with
Mhm.
hopes that rates will actually drop and therefore you can kind of refinance into a 30-year, correct? Is that
Mhm.
kind of the whole point of this? Would
Exactly. And
Yeah.
worst case, you do it for
Yeah.
2 years, the rates
Yep.
don't come down, you sell and walk away. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like you said, at least get yourself in the house, give yourself an opportunity for that value to go up. But again, that's where, you have to kind of look into the future and forecast. And I think our forecast is we're expecting rates to come down in the next year.
Look, this is the hottest topic right now, guys. If you haven't kind of paid attention to social media and some of the real estate so-called gurus, they're talking about this 50-year mortgage and how that could be a game changer in our market. All right. So I think, too early to tell. I'm not going to make a judgment. I look at facts and I want to see what the numbers look like. And unfortunately, I'm not going to know the numbers until it's too late. It's almost like the FDA approval, right? It's like, okay, that should be fine. And then 20 years later, they find out, oh, that wasn't fine. So I think it's going to be one of those situations. There's no way we have a crystal ball to kind of figure out whether this is going to be good for our market or bad for our market. But I will tell you this, I think it's going to be an opportunity for realtors. It is because now, like Matt just said, it gives buyers options. And we all know what happened in 2005, 2006, 2007. They were basically giving the mortgage to any human being with a heartbeat, which I think is terrible because the long-term effect, you saw what the long-term effect of 2009, 2010, 2011, we had the number one foreclosures in the world or something crazy. I forgot what it was, but it was bad, right? So my point is, as a whole, I'm not too excited about it, but I think there are some pros and cons, like Matt just picked out. Thank you, Matt. Anything else in any updates on rates? Are we going to be at 3% by the end of the year? Just kidding.
I mean, kind of like everything, a lot of things are lagging just because of the data being, not being shared with everything being closed for the government.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that that all ends on Friday, but right now we're kind of just we're even. We're not going up, we're not going down. We're just kind of waiting, I think, until they announce more Fed rate cuts and kind of see what these CPI numbers come back at for job reports.
Okay. So that's going to be interesting. Thank you, Matt. We'll probably bring you back for a couple questions if they ask in the chat box, but I appreciate your time, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. So just mark your calendars. All right. We just talked about planning, right? We talked about what 2026 is going to look like. Well, in order to have a great 2026, we literally got to start like we should have started last month, but it is what it is. People were not ready, and holidays coming up, and people have checked out, whatever the case may be. I need you to check back in on Wednesday, December 3rd at 11 o'clock. It's going to be at the Rancho Bernardo office, but we're going to be doing a planning session together as a group. Okay. So you don't have to share your numbers. Hey, I want to make a 500,000. I want to make 100,000. You don't have to talk about that. But I will be presenting on the screen some of the things to look for, some of the things to consider before you actually come up with a goal. See, so many people are so tied to a number, but that number, in my opinion, it represents helping out your family, giving yourself a little peace of mind. It gives opportunity for some of you that are breadwinners. And those of you that are contributing to the household, you are included, by the way. I know your personalities. You want to bring the same amount of things to the table as, your spouse, your partner, whomever your significant other is. You don't want to feel like you're being carried. So with that being said, I'm going to ask you to up your goals. Okay. We're going to hold each other accountable for me giving you the tools, giving you all the things like offices and all the things I believe I present to the table or bring to the table. And I want you to come to the table. You're going to meet me halfway. You do your part. I promise you to do my part. And I think it's going to be a beautiful thing on December 3rd. So mark your calendars. It is going to be one event not to forget. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right, Lindsay, I've talked so much. Can you jump back on and give us some Kahoot questions? Get them re-engaged before they sign off, please.
Yes.
Go for it.
Hold on one moment.
You got it.
Okay,
In the
there we
meantime-
go.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, next question. Are we ready?
Get ready. Put your thinking caps on.
In his investment club meeting, what does Mickey look for in an area to invest? Is it low property taxes and landlord-friendly laws for manageable eviction processes? Neighborhoods with the cheapest properties so you can buy more at once? Go only where big investors are buying, they've done the research for you, or invest where you see the most new construction. It means fast appreciation. And the answer is low property taxes and landlord-friendly laws for manageable eviction processes. That was a tough one. Val is still in the lead. What's one key benefit of using Bold Trail? Free home valuations, MLS access, ads, virtual staging, or saves time with automation? Wow, everyone answered that. And it is saves time with automation. Val is still in the lead. Debbie and Jessica close behind. Which tool helps manage contacts and leads? A dashboard, the CRM, reports, or calendar? Which tool helps you manage contacts and leads? That is correct. Everyone got it. Good job.
Wow.
And Jessica's moved up to second.
Let's go.
Should we go to the end?
Let's finish this thing.
All right, let's
go.
do it.
See who am I paying, guys? Who am I paying?
Where can you create lead capture pages? On a templates tab, a landing page, analytics, or contacts? Where do you create a lead capture page? Correct, landing pages. And Val has a streak of 8 correct answers in a row.
Wow,
good job, Val.
Are you using ChatGPT,
Yeah.
Val? What are you doing here, bud?
All right, last question. What does automation in Bold Trail do? Send emails and texts automatically, posts to Instagram, creates listing flyers, or books showings?
Ooh.
It sends emails and texts automatically. And we'll see who won.
All right, let's see it.
Here we go. Nene got
Nene!
third. Congratulations. Second place, Jessica. And first,
Yes.
Val.
Val.
Let's go.
All right, Val.
So
Congratulations,
Val gets
everybody.
100. Was it Jessica 75 and Nene 50? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations for those that won and participated. And I want to see at least 20 people next time, guys. Come on, man. Let's get with the program. Do we have a problem logging in, or what's the deal here? Nobody wants to make money? Figure it out, but appreciate you. All right. I'm going to share. Thank you, Lindsay, for that. All right. I got a couple announcements. We got a new agents. We got some new agents.
All right.
Mark Johnson and Austin Barone. Mark, are you with me, my friend? Please unmute yourself. I just kind of want to say hello to you, if that's okay with you.
Yes, I'm here. Hello, Mike.
All right, Mark, tell me a little bit about yourself, a little about your world. Maybe just high level stuff. Who you with before me? Give me a little real estate background, my friend.
Yes, I've been in real estate 18 years. I have a license in Florida where I did commercial real estate, Miami for Kurdike Real Estate. In Coral Gables, under a third generation broker. Learned a lot there, came to California in 2014, started California real estate in 2016. Started in Del Mar under Harcourts. Sold my first listing. Nobody wanted to do the open house between 12 and 2. I did the open house in Del Mar, west of the 5. I sold it to that buyer for $1,380,000. And then her son tried to sell the house. He couldn't sell the house. So I got the listing. Then I sold her house in Torrey Hills for about 1.5. So,
Awesome.
and it's gone up, it's gone down, but I am in the luxury market. I was fortunate enough to join with Mike because me and him share the same vision. He gets it. I love his ambition, and it matches mine as well. And I was able to bring over a $6,875,000 listing.
Woohoo!
Let's go. Let's
and bring
go.
over. And also to what Mike was saying, and I'll piggyback off of that. I was with Harcourts. I won a lot of awards. I was third out of 650 agents one quarter. I won platinum. I won a lot of awards, but they didn't expose the luxury properties like RE/MAX is doing now. And they didn't expose the agents to the RE/MAX luxury market the way, the way Harcourts says they're fourth in the international, but RE/MAX is covering more countries than Harcourts, and they're way bigger. They're number one internationally, so I joined the firm based on the brand, and I'm like what Mike said earlier, it's not the brand, it's the agent. But this time I need the help to expose my listings that I have that maybe are taking longer to sell, because like the one that I had in Laguna Beach for $6,850,000. My client bought that. We renovated it. They started a luxury tax in Laguna Beach. And just like that, 2 months later, anything over 5 million had a luxury tax. And so it took me 11 months to sell that property. I did not have the exposure with professional realty services that I'm getting with RE/MAX. I didn't have a killer broker like Mike. And it takes a team to win here. And I've been doing it by myself for 18 years. So, joining Mike was like, an oasis in the desert for me. I need a place to where the broker shares my vision, is in the game, is not just there to collect the money from the commissions and things like that. And so that is the reason why I'm here, because it's about selling the listing. It's not about the commission. It's not about, it's about, I put it in the magazine, San Diego Premiere. The address is 1110 Solana Drive, Del Mar. And I've done 4 or 5 photo shoots, virtual tours, VIP reels. But even with all that exposure and all the money I've spent in marketing, it hasn't pushed my listing the way RE/MAX is doing and the way Mike is doing for me.
Let's go,
So
Mark.
that's
Send?
pretty much it.
Where do we send the check to for that beautiful testimonial?
No.
You can send that, Lindsay, please go ahead and
I'll get the check after I sell the listing.
I
right?
love it, man.
You know how it
Mark,
goes.
we're honored to have you, my friend.
Thank
Look,
you.
you guys have something
Appreciate
you
it.
want to pick his brain. You
Yeah.
got something on the coast, Del Mar, Solana Beach, you name it, La Jolla, whatever. That's his area, guys. So let's just kind of poke on that. And you know you have Sissy and La Jolla, right? So just lean on your professionals and lean on the people that are in this group. I promise you guys, if you think team like I do, you'll see that needle move faster than you can. Because honestly, it's not fun climbing a mountain by yourself. I think it's disgusting. I tried it and I did that for like 20 something years. It was horrible. It's lonely. You always feel like you're by yourself. And that's what I love most about our company. I think the people that what makes our brand an amazing brand is the people that are in the brand. I mean, the amazing people that contribute. So thank you, Mark. Do we have Austin on the call? Is Austin still here? Where's Austin? I'm gonna
What's
pick.
up, Mike?
Hey, Austin. Can I see your face, Austin Barone?
Of course, of course.
There we go. Austin Barone is one of Majid's friends and one of my friends now, right? He's in Carlsbad and he's newer. He just got his license, right? So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring a lot of the younger, newer agents into the business and partner them up with the people that are seasoned that really can use that technology boost or maybe even work in that symbiotic relationship. Help me, help you, and honestly, Austin, I think you're an asset to the company. So please introduce yourself. Give me a 2-minute spiel about yourself if you don't mind.
What's up, guys? It's nice to meet you all. I graduated college in 2021. I studied business marketing. Right after that, I jumped into solar sales. I actually had a lot of good buddies over there that I saw were making a good amount of money. So I jumped right into that. I did pretty well. I was there for 2 years. I was probably like one of the top 10 in the company. We were strictly door knocking. So in terms of sales, that's like all I know. I did an internship for Mike back 8 years ago, fresh out of high school, and I kind of dipped my toes in the water in terms of calling. And it was hard when I was that young, but now that I've started within the first couple of weeks, I've just, coming from door knocking and being able to call, it's like this is so much easier. But I'm still not a stranger to door knocking. I look forward to it, and I look forward to the opportunity that Mike has given to me.
Well, I appreciate you having the confidence in our company and obviously seeing the value about being around veterans that actually do a lot of business. I mean, our average agent does about seven. I think I just checked it recently. 7 transactions over $162,000 on average annually. Guys, that's a great number. I don't think anybody else can say that. So you are who you surround yourself with. That's just the bottom line. You become, what your environment looks like. So thank you, Austin. Man, I'm laughing because when you first came, 7-8 years ago, if I show a clip in the back room, I think everybody would laugh their butt off. Majid and everybody else, their friends were jerking around in the back. Sorry, I can't even say jerking around. Am I allowed to say that? I'm sorry. They were messing around in the back room, right? And next thing you know, I figured out that, you know what? They had talent. They just were young. They just, we were all young at one point. And, for me, to see Austin grow to this young man, I'm super excited to see what he can do with this company. And you heard him. He loves to door knock. So if anybody are shy and you want to figure out how to door knock, do it with Austin. Figure it out, guys. Call it together. That's the bottom line. I want you guys to help one another. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate you coming on. And I appreciate you, Mark, for having the confidence in this company. I'm so excited to what RE/MAX Connections is going to look like in the next couple years, guys. I really think we're here. We're going to be almost at $1 billion, guys. I don't know if you guys figured that out. We will be near $1 billion annual sales come next year. Hopefully hit it. Maybe we're going to be a little short this year. We'll see what happens with the rest of the year. But the bottom line is we are now a force to be reckoned with, all right? We're no longer mom and pop small shop anymore. We're just not. And the bottom line is just thanks to you. I owe all my appreciation to my clients, which are my agents. You are my clients, and I'm forever grateful for all of the things that you've done with me and the people that were with me for God knows how long, and my friends along the way. I don't want to start crying right now, but you mean the world to me, and I will not stop fighting for you for the rest of my career. So that's my plea to you. I love you. So let's get into our top 15 and let's celebrate some wins. So please unmute yourselves, guys. Remember, we talked about this. You can't win unless you cheer for other people to win. Your turn is next, but I need you to have that mindset that I'm next. So with that being said, let's unmute yourselves. Can I hear your voices for a quick second? Not just
Woohoo!
it's Lindsay. It's Lindsay. Woohoo! All right, I want to hear everyone. Okay, so top 15 October 2025. I'm gonna run pretty quick with this. All right, so hopefully this is an inspiration. Honorable mentions October 2025. We have Patrick McGelly,
Patrick.
Ben Blitz, and
Yay.
Stacy Walker.
All right, guys.
Congratulations.
Go, everyone.
Those young men.
Look at this lady. I mean,
Hey,
she's
Barbara.
incredible.
Barbara.
Barbara
Hi,
Duda goes on
Barbara.
more vacations and she gets more business. It's amazing. So keep it up, Barbara Duda. Number 14, we have
Yeah,
Maria
Maria.
Martin.
Hey, Maria.
Congratulations, Maria Martin. She was just
Nice
with
work,
Graffiti
Maria.
yesterday. Awesome. Amazing. Diane Conaway.
All right, Diane.
It's not a stranger to
Congratulations.
this company. Congratulations, number 13, Diane Conaway. Number 12, we have Virginia.
Let's go, Virginia.
Virginia.
Let's go, Rick McKenna.
All right, Rick.
Hey, Rick. All right, top 10. Here we go. Number 10, we have Nini.
Yeah,
job,
Nene.
Nene.
Go, girl.
Let's go. Number 9, we have Jamie.
Jamie.
All right, Jamie.
Let's
Congrats.
go, Jamie. She gave me some great recommendations in Maui. She's incredible. Thank you very much for those. Number 8, we have Jose Fonseca.
Jose.
Let's go, Jose. Number 7, we have Drew Rutledge.
All right, Drew. Congrats.
Drew, look at that. Left field. Let's go. Number 6, we have Mukesh. Jain.
All right, Mukesh.
Let's go, Mukesh. This guy makes so much money in a month. He's like, it's a bad month. No, man, you had a really good month. Number 5, we have Burgess.
All right, Cindy.
Love seeing that.
Go,
Let's go,
Cindy.
Cindy. Number 4, we have Jill.
All right, Jill. Congrats.
Lately. She's been busy working. I love it, Jill.
Yeah.
Good job. Number
Yeah.
3. Ready? Drum roll. Number 3. Spencer Soto.
Great center.
Let's
Good
go,
job. Good work.
Spencer. You
Spence.
didn't tell me you were having an amazing month. Oh, awesome. Number 2, we have Michelle.
All right,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Currently in Spain right now celebrating her birthday. That's amazing. I mean, that's wow. Number 1, let's get a drum roll, please. Do we know the number 1? Any guesses? Any guesses? Number 1 is Sissy. Oh, Sissy.
Congrats.
Fire. Let's
Wow.
go, Sissy. We're gonna have our social media. It's gonna look like
Nicely
that.
done.
Share it. Circle
Awesome.
Faces, do the thing. That's what it's gonna
Congratulations,
look like.
everybody.
Really quick, year to date, running through these really quick. Lisa Herndon, Diane Conaway, and Alex Sabud are
All right.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Here
Good work.
today.
Number 15, we got Norman.
All right, Noah.
Number 14, we have Jill Vodka.
All right, Jill.
13, Nancy
Go,
Carter.
Nancy.
Number 12, we have
Go.
Maria
Maria.
Guns
All
on
right,
that.
Maria.
Number 11,
Vicky.
Arnold.
All right, Vicky.
Stacy at number
Stacy.
10. Let's go,
Let's go,
Stacy.
Stacy.
Number
Stacy.
9, we have
All right,
Sissy
All
Nasser.
right, Sissy.
Job.
8,
Rick.
Rick
Handless.
Handless.
All right, Rick.
Let's go, Virginia, number
Virginia.
7. Number 6, we have Jamie
Jamie.
Bella.
Yeah, go, Jamie.
She was hanging tough at number 5. Number 5, we have Steve.
All
right,
Steve.
Do a request
Congrats.
repairs yesterday. I love it. Number 4, we have Kay Merck.
Go,
Yeah.
Kay.
All right. Good job,
Go,
Kay.
Number 3,
Okay.
we have Spencer.
Spencer.
Soto.
All right,
Way to go,
Spencer.
Spencer.
Let's go.
Number 2, Mukesh
Okay.
Jain.
All right,
And
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 Michelle.
Michelle.
Birthday girl.
All right, Michelle.
That is
Congrats.
awesome. Congratulations.
Go.
This to me is inspiring, man. I saw so many newer faces, and it's for me, I love seeing the newer faces, guys. It tells me that look, at the end of the day, we're looking at everybody with an inspiration kind of mindset that motivates you guys and it keeps you clicking. So this is working, guys. I love you. Do we have anything else to share? Christy's on this too. Just really quick announcement. If you haven't gotten an email from Christy, she's our social media, kind of hookup booker or whatever. And as you know, Annie's incredible with the video, guys. We're getting a lot of views. I think the last one was like 13,000 views. I'm like, the most views I probably had doing it on my own were like 300. I was crazy, So look, collaborate. We're going to share with one another. Christy, are you here? I don't even know. I didn't
Yeah, I'm here. I just don't have my video on right now.
Hey, Christy, no problem. Hey, are you any feedback from people when you send them an email? Do probably like, who is this girl? I mean, what are you getting over there?
Yeah, just as always, please respond if you get something from me to reach out to do a collab with Mike. And then make sure we try to tag everybody when we post about you on Instagram, whether it's a listing you have or a video that you're in or whatnot. So if we haven't and we've missed something, please let me know. We always are trying to search for everybody's Instagram handle so we tag everybody appropriately. But yeah, if there's anything else we can help with, just reach out and let us know.
We got to be loud and proud, guys. This is the
Yeah.
bottom line. We got a listing. We got something that we want to highlight. You think you something that you want to have an informative conversation with me on video, reach out to Christy and we'll try to see if it fits the buck, but we'll try to do our best to accommodate. With that being said, we love you. Appreciate everybody on this call. Am I missing anything, Lindsay, or can I sign out?
I think you're good.
I think we're good. All right, guys, pay
Yeah.
attention to Agent Hub. Check out the calendar. We have a lot in store for you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you.
So-
Thank
Bye,
you,
everybody.
Mike. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Bye.
Appreciate you
Thanks,
guys.
Mike.
Congratulations.